ReeseRiverson asks, how important is having a good audio system to you for any one of your video game systems, whether you are satisfied with TV speakers or would rather have a sweet stereo or surround sound setup for them? So if you don't know, I actually went to college for audio production, and so I'm really invested in that. Also, I also worked at a recording studio in Seattle for a while. So I'm pretty serious about music and good audio. In the setup here, if you watch my game room tour, I went over it fairly quickly, but most of the consoles are connected to a Mackie mixing board that then outputs to KRK reference studio monitors. And those are powered monitors that are designed to not artificially cover or color the original source audio, meaning they don't try to add bass or high end or any of that sort of stuff. They attempt to do a true representation of the audio, and they sound amazing. What's even better about that is that often you will listen to, like, say, your favorite album, like on my turntable here, and you're used to hearing it, like, say, in MP3 format, maybe on little headphones. You listen to it on this stereo, and you'll pick up guitar parts or a keyboard part that you've never heard before. It's really, really cool. Now, that said, though, I don't consider myself super anal about all this stuff, because at the end of the day, you know, you can't focus on every aspect of it. I guess you could, but you might drive yourself crazy. So most of my consoles that I really care about go through that, but there are a certain number of them that the audio goes straight out of my television here. And this is a relatively new HD TV that I added to the game room, and down below here are some speakers. And that might be kind of sacrilege to some of you, but the truth is, you can't see it right here, but my futon is literally right here. And so when I'm sitting down playing a game, you know, I'm only 3 or 4 feet away from that TV. And let me tell you, it goes plenty loud enough. And honestly, it's a new enough television that the speakers are actually pretty decent. So, you know, in my space right here, yeah, I could add a subwoofer and maybe some surround sound, but I've got enough stuff going on here. I don't need to complicate my life anymore. Now, that said, upstairs in my living room, where I have my PlayStation 4 and where our big, you know, kind of movie entertainment place is, I do have that console hooked up to a Sony receiver that has surround sound in my living room. But again, it's like, that's not even perfect, because the way my living room is set up, you know, there's a door, there's a window, then there's this big open space behind the couch, and there's really not a good way to do a true perfect surround sound setup. But it still sounds really good. So again, it's good enough for me. I don't really try to overthink all this stuff. You know, in many ways, I try to do the best with what I have, and I think that has served me very well. So, very good question. This question was asked by one of my Patreon contributors who also helps support my YouTube channel and videos. I want to thank you very much. In addition to being able to ask me questions like this in a private message board, you also get early access to all of my videos and some other really cool perks. If you're interested in checking that out, please go to patreon.com/MetalJesusRocks.